What if your dog is trying to tell you something serious right now? Something they can't say with words, but with a silent language of their own. A language of signs and signals that might seem ordinary, but are actually a cry for help. Many of us see these signs and dismiss them, thinking it's just a quirky behavior or part of getting old. But the truth can be far more alarming. Today, we will reveal 7 physical and behavioral signs you should never, ever ignore. Knowing these signs could literally save your best friend's life. Stay with us until the end, because sign number 5 is the most deceptive and the most dangerous. First, a sudden change in appetite. Your dog, who once devoured their food in seconds, suddenly starts ignoring their bowl or eating very slowly. What you might think is, maybe he's just a picky eater now, or he's just not hungry today. But what it could really mean is a serious problem. A sudden loss of appetite can be a sign of painful dental issues, stomach pain, and intestinal blockage, or even more severe systemic diseases. Never ignore it if it lasts for more than a day. Second, excessive thirst and urination. You notice you're refilling the water bowl over and over, and your dog seems like they can never get enough. And of course, this means they're urinating more often. What you might think is it's just a hot day, or he played a lot today. But what it could really mean is this. Excessive thirst is a classic sign of diabetes or kidney disease, both of which require immediate veterinary attention. Third, the strange prayer position. You find your dog stretched out, with their rear end high in the air and their chest and front legs flat on the floor, almost like they're bowing. What you might think is, what a cute, funny stretch. But what it could really mean is that this is not just a stretch. It's a strong indicator of severe abdominal pain. The dog is trying to relieve pressure on their stomach or pancreas. It can be a sign of pancreatitis, a very painful and life-threatening medical emergency. Fourth, sudden behavioral changes. Your calm, friendly dog suddenly becomes aggressive, or your social, playful dog starts hiding and avoiding everyone. What you might think is, he's just in a bad mood today, or something must have scared him. But what it could really mean is that sudden behavioral changes, especially aggression, are often a direct response to pain. Your dog might have arthritis, an internal injury, or a neurological issue that makes them not want to be touched. Fifth, head pressing against a wall. This is the one sign that should send immediate chills down your spine. If you see your dog standing in a corner, pressing their head firmly against a hard surface for no apparent reason, what you might think is he's playing a weird game, or he must be bored. But what it could really mean is that this is not normal behavior. Head pressing is a critical sign of a serious neurological problem, like a brain tumor, poisoning, or severe head trauma. If you see this, do not wait. Go to an emergency vet immediately. Sixth, difficulty breathing or a persistent cough. You hear your dog coughing frequently, almost like they're trying to clear their throat, or you notice their breathing is rapid and shallow even when they're resting. What you might think is maybe something is stuck in his throat, or he's just panting from the heat. But what it could really mean is that a persistent cough, especially after exercise or when lying down, can be a sign of heart disease. Difficulty breathing is always an emergency and could point to heart failure, lung disease, or a severe allergic reaction. And seventh, lethargy and loss of interest. His favorite toy no longer excites him. The prospect of a walk no longer makes him jump for joy. Your dog just seems tired and prefers to sleep all day. What you might think is he's just getting old, or he's just a lazy dog. But what it could really mean is that while activity levels naturally decrease with age, sudden and extreme lethargy is never normal. It can be a symptom of a huge range of illnesses, from infections and hidden pain to heart conditions and anemia. It's a general indicator that something is wrong. Your loyal companion depends on you to be their voice. Learning their silent language is the most precious gift you can give them. And never ignore your gut feeling. If you feel like something is off with your dog, you're probably right. Please remember, this video is for informational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional veterinary advice. Share with us in the comments, have you ever noticed one of these signs in your dog? Your story could help another worried owner. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you can learn more about understanding your best friend. Thank you for watching.